Hello, welcome back to my annual gaming content. Ignore whatever's happening back here. We're just not going to talk about that today. We are going to play a game called, drumroll, My Douchey Boss Has a Gentle Twin Brother. The tea is, I was just on Steam, looking up fun little games, and then I saw this, and I was like, sold. You can't say that it's not effective as a title. Immediately, I'm like, I feel like I know what game this is and I know what to expect. So I figured today we are going to see if we want to date the douchey boss or his gentle twin brother. Now, I don't know why anyone would, just on the basis of this title alone, why anyone would choose to date the douchey boss when he has a gentle twin brother. And obviously, everyone knows, famously, that twins are the same person. No distinction between twins. They look like each other, so therefore they are the same. All right. Without further ado, we are going to begin. By the way, this is what the music sounds like. So I've just decided to, turn it back on to have a little bit of ambiance. Okay, you're welcome. Don't say I never did anything for you. And I'm just gonna lower my screen brightness because it's blinding me, and I'm sure it's in the reflection of my glasses. All right, let's just start. All right, enter my first name. Is that the MC? Well, how about Hugh. Why is there a QWERTY keyboard? I have a keyboard. Wait, how do I delete that? Okay. I don't know. That seems redundant. Is this like mobile first? What's happening? Confirm. Cinnabar. What a last name. I was thinking something classy like cock. Hugh Cock. Listen, this sometimes just has to be done. Alright. Okay. Some things have to be on the nose so that people know. I want my douchey boss and his gentle twin to know that I've got a huge dick. Okay, let's just start. Due to my previous company going bankrupt, I lost my job. We've all been there, buddy. We've all been there. Ever since, I've been sending my resume to every company that is in need of a PR specialist. As luck would have it, I received an email not long after from a small-sized startup clothing company requesting me for an in-person interview. That was so many words. I feel like I can empathize with dyslexic people. Okay, small-sized startup fashion clothing company. What does that mean? What is a startup fashion clothing company? Right. The stars are aligning, Slay King. This is my opportunity and I have to jump on it as quickly as I can. I swiftly give a response to the email detailing my availability for an interview date. Okay, alright. Yes, God, pre-made assets. The day of my job interview arrives. A gulp goes down my throat as I stare at the building before me. On the third floor is the office space belonging to Exandrite Co. That's the fashion company? What the fuck do you sell? Exandrite Co. sounds like Big Pharma. Exandrite Co. That's like the company of a villain, in a movie. A clothing company that's been steadily gaining popularity since last year. Although I'm not someone who you'd consider fashionable, I'm familiar with the brand name since their clothes are known to be uniquely stylish yet cheap. Oh! So slave labor. But our new brand is quickly becoming a strong competitor in the fashion industry. I hear it's popular among those in their early 20s. I can feel my heart thumping rapidly the closer I walk to the company building. Job interviews are always nerve-wracking no matter how many times you do them. In an attempt to calm my nerves, I take a deep breath. It's just an interview. I can do this. Absolutely, Hugh Cock, you can do it. I reassure myself that everything will be fine even if I don't pass the interview. Everything will be fine. After calming myself down, I walk inside the building. Oh, wait, that's cute. Is that the douchey boss's office? Taste in decor? Absolutely. A staff member ushers me into a room where I'll be interviewed. I awkwardly fidget in my chair as I wait for my interviewer to arrive. The more I wait, the more nervous I feel. Is it just me, or is it getting suffocating in here? Oh! Future boss. A few minutes later, a handsome young man walks into the room. Just from his looks alone, he seems younger than me. Am I going to be interviewed by someone who looks this young? I shouldn't judge so early. Maybe he's capable. Yeah, Hugh, actually, age is just a number, actually. Without saying a word, the young man reaches his hand out. I shake his hand while he keeps his intense gaze on me. Oh, stop. I'm blushing. After a quick handshake, the young man takes a seat. Oh, that's so close. Like, imagine you go to an interview. If someone fucking did that to me, HR, I'm not even part of the company, but I'm reporting this shit. What? The sudden closeness between us caused my face to turn red. Wait, I'm literally in character. I am Hugh Cock right now. His sharp gaze is hard to shrug off. No longer am I nervous about the job interview. Now I'm more nervous at the fact that this man I've just met is making me uncomfortable by staring intently at me. Honestly, fair. Like, not only that, the lack of personal space with this stranger in a professional setting is enough to make my head dizzy. I didn't expect my face to be this close to my interviewer during our first meeting. Actually, it shouldn't be this close during any meeting. Even if it's the 58th, this is just not workplace behavior. This has never happened in my past job interviews. Is he examining me or something? I'm not mentally prepared for this at all. You seem like the shy and humble type. Anyone will be shy when you're practically shoving your face at me. True. Is this part of this company's interview procedure? Wait, should I give them voices? Yeah, because I want to, wait, okay, because I want to get into character. So Hugh, he's shy and humble, right? That's the read. And you know what? I kind of see that. Is this part of this company's interview procedure? Nailed that. Okay, and then the boss is like more confident, right? And kind of like, presence. So, you could say that. Right? Right? Right. Exactly. This young man lets out a chuckle as he takes a step back. I finally let out a breath now that there's a reasonable distance between us. Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Hugh Cock. I'm aware. You're the only person I'm interviewing today, after all. My name is Vincent Zircon. The man then smirks at me. Let's get the interview started, shall we? Look at that little sassy, like, a little hand on the hip. And that matching belt, the red belt and tie, like, that's crazy. I give him a slight nod. First off, do you know about our company, Exandrite? Yes. It's been popular lately, so I've heard of it. I even own some shirts from this brand since it's very affordable. The quality is nice and durable. Oh, it's coming for Uniqlo's wig. Honestly, I couldn't care less about quality. As long as I can wear the clothes and it fits, I'm fine with it. And why did you decide to apply for a job with this company? Well, I really like this brand. And I want to get paid. It says in your resume that you have a couple years of experience in public relations, but none of it seems to be for a fashion company. Even though I'm new to the fashion industry, I'm eager to learn more about it. I think this job opportunity will give me a chance to grow and experience learning how things work in a different field than what I'm used to. I try to spout generic lines with a straight face to please my interviewer. I just want a job. Honestly, yeah, this is too real, actually. Currently, our company only has one office, but since it's in the process of expanding, are you open to relocating? Who says that? Who says that? I'm a bachelor? Great. Well, I'm a bachelor who lives alone, so I'm able to move anywhere if needed. That's one advantage of being single. And older relatives dare to ask why I'm still not in a relationship. What, so you can move for a job? That's like low-key sad. Like, no offense. I feel like you're coping. And what do you think you can bring to the company? Honestly speaking, I don't have any superior academic achievements or skills as to bring, but I do have a huge but what I do have is my work ethic. I guarantee that I'll do my best and work hard for the company every day. The interviewer suddenly goes quiet as he shuts his eyes. Also, why did they keep saying interview? We know his name. I guess it just adds to like the realism, right? It makes you feel like you're in the interview. And what did you have for breakfast today? The unexpected question catches me off guard. Is he asking me because my breath stinks or something? Real. I just had a cup of coffee. It's not good to skip the most important meal of the day. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. Will you cook for me? Another question. Do you have any pets at home? What is this? Where's this man? Why is this man? Is this normally asked in a job interview? I think not. I don't have any pets since I don't have the time to take care of them. What do you do? You're single. What else do you do? I see. A cat boy? I'm often told I look like a cat. Would it be would it be believable if I were to meow? Wait, why would it be maybe? Why would I respond maybe? Maybe? Is this man unhinged? What's going on with this interview? Last question. This is harassment. Am I handsome? The man leaned towards me. Back up! Eager to hear my answer. The way he gazes at me causes me to blush. If I have to say the truth, then... Wait. Yes, I think you're very handsome. He grins and leans back in his chair. Good answer. You're hired. That is crazy. Red flag, by the way. If anyone, like, offers you a job on the spot, it doesn't matter how bad the job industry is right now, don't do it. Like, massive red flag, okay? I am? You'll be starting work on the first day of next month. This company doesn't have a strict dress code, so wear whatever you want as long as it's somewhat formal. That's literally a dress code, no? Like, a formal dress code is actually quite strict, I would actually say. I would argue. This is a fashion company, so I encourage the staff to explore their fashion sense. Hence why I'm wearing this fuck-ass red tie and matching belt. Oh, okay. Puzzled by how the interview went, it's still hard for me to process the fact that I got hired so easily. Anyway, I'm a busy man, so off you go now. The young man sends me away with a grin. Now back outside, my mind starts to clear. That was the strangest interview I've ever been in. Oh well, at least I got a job. Guess I'm lucky to get hired this easily and quickly. Recalling the interview, my thoughts fixate on that strange young man. I feel like strange is like an understatement, but sure, Hugh. Could it be that all he wanted was a compliment? I was being genuine when I told him that he's handsome. Doesn't matter if it was during a job interview or not, I would have still told him that he looks handsome. Okay, we get it! Rather than describing him as handsome, I would describe him as pretty instead. Oh my goodness! Hugh, I get it. You wanna fuck him. I'm sure he could pass as a model. I shake my head to brush away my thoughts. Why am I suddenly thinking about the interviewer? I feel my face heating up as I remember Vincent Zircon's captivating gaze. His face is definitely pretty. Oh! He's got a boner in this courtyard. But our first meeting was questionable. I wonder if I'll see him again. Well, yes, he just said that you're joining you got the job. Like, right? Hello there, you're Mr. Coch, right? Oh, should I give her a voice too? No. I was told that you'd be arriving today. My name is Diane Anastase. Anastase. It sounds European. I'm the general manager. It's nice to meet you, Miss Anastase. Oh, don't be formal with me. We're going to be working together, so I'd like for us to be more casual with each other. Just call me Diane. Sure, then you can just call me Hugh. Anyway, I'll be in charge of running you through your tasks and how things work around here. Also, let me know if you have any questions regarding your job or the company. I'll take a few seconds to think. I do have a question about the company. The man who interviewed me the other day was quite odd. Is he even qualified to hire people? Although I'm grateful for the job opportunity, I'm baffled by how I got hired so easily. He asked me strange questions. He even asked me if he was handsome. Oh, I know what you're on about. Oh, so he's just a walking, like, HR menace. The boss was probably messing with you for fun. He's like that sometimes. He might joke around, but he's serious when it comes to his work. Wait, did you call him boss? You know what? I think that even if his previous company didn't go bust, he would still be out of a job because this guy's got like one brain cell. He interviewed you. Like, hello? Yes? I thought you should already be familiar with this. Vincent Zircon is the founder and CEO of Exandrite. Oh, he didn't even do Google research. That's crazy. Not even a single Google search. He was like, I need a job, and proceeded to not do the most basic, the basic step. You know what? Some people have a big head. Some people have a big head. And we know which one Hugh Coch has. Did you even do your research about the company before your interview? I didn't, because I just copy-pasted my application to different companies about the first opportunity presented to me. Babe, it would have taken you literally 1 second. In hindsight, I guess I should have done some research. Why is the CEO conducting interview? It's not like I'm applying to be an executive, I'm just an average office worker. Love that, not even a title. Okay, so maybe, you know, we can't blame him that he didn't know what to look for because the job application role was regular office worker, you know? Mr. Zircon likes to personally interview people who are going to work for him since our company is still small. Should we really be entrusting him with the interview process, though? Don't worry, you don't have to be skeptical about him. He does surprisingly well when it comes to selecting employees. It's like he can read who's capable just by looking at their face. Is that why he examined me so closely? Does he do that to everyone? You seem like a modest man, Hugh. Well, I guess. Mr. Zircon prefers people who are modest, so he was probably already set on hiring you after figuring out your personality. It helps that you have the right qualifications as well. I see, that makes more sense. Anyway, I'm surprised you don't know anything about our boss since he's quite well known. A handsome young man is the founder and owner of an up-and-coming clothing brand that is now worth a few $1 million because it's currently in high demand. That makes him a catch in the eyes of the public. So how is this a startup? This just sounds like a clothing company. I fear. His achievements and biography are in several news articles, so surprised that you haven't come across— I get it, Diane. Okay? I should know who he is. I'm sorry. I'll Google next time. I mean, who reads articles these days? I mean, most people, I'd say, but we love a king that does not read. Maybe he's just illiterate. That's okay. Last time I checked, keeping up with the news is for old folks. No, honey. Also, who even cares about what rich people are up to? That is true, but I don't think, do you think that all articles are about rich people? Like, I'm confused at what you think articles are. Did someone say young and handsome? Oh, wait, I'm blushing already. Oh! Cover that up. Oh my goodness. He's so shiny though. Wait. I'm so gagged. And he's wearing that fuck-ass red belt again with a— what are they? I don't even think that's like called anything. It's like, you know, in that horror story where someone takes off the ribbon and their head falls off? Like, it's giving that. When I turned back to look, what is happening? When I turned back to look, I'm met face to face with the Vincent Zircon. Oh, I still like it. I'm speechless. Were the two of you talking about me? Good morning, Mr. Zircon. I was just telling the new employee a thing or two about the company before I train him. The new employee? My boss shifts his gaze to me. Ah, if I remember correctly, you're Hugh, right? I almost forgot about you since your face looks forgettable. I mean, that's true. T. What? How can you almost forget about me when you're the one who hired me? Your face is quite plain. Nothing stands out about you. Oh. My brows twitch in irritation. No one asked for your opinion. Rich, good-looking people like to look down on others, huh? Hey, say this out loud, actually. Don't make me look stupid. I'll try to keep my cool since this rude man seems to be my boss. Oh, what's with your expression? I hope you are offended. You see, it's not just you. No one else stands out to me either because no one's as handsome as me. Oh, ew. You know what? Just for that, you gotta put your breasts away before I report your ass. okay? It's so, like, it genuinely is distracting. It's so plump. Did you think insulting everyone else's appearances would make me feel better? I thought Mr. Zircon was weird when I first met him, but now I think he's a douche. I wonder why fate would make a pompous guy like him my boss. Well, as a new guy in the marketing team, I hope you do well. Oh, so I'm in the marketing team. Oh, because he said PR, didn't he? Well, I'm just so in character that, like, I too have one brain cell right now. I will do my best. Now I want to do miserably on purpose out of spite, but my job is on the line. I did tell him that I'd work hard during the interview, so I might as well. But why is an egotistical guy like him my boss? Somehow my gaze shifts to my employers. Somehow? I don't think somehow. That was like literally the first thing that I saw, but sure, okay. I'm playing coy. I'm like, oh? After like 2 minutes of a conversation. Somehow my gaze shifts to the employer's unbuttoned shirt that exposes most of his chest. On top of that, there's also a long red cloth tied around his neck. Isn't it a bit odd to dress like that in the office? Well, he did say there was no strict dress code at this company. Catching my gaze, my boss smirks at me. You're staring a little too much, Hugh. Jealous of my good looks? Not at all, sir. I'm definitely not jealous, but it'd be more embarrassing to admit that I was gawking at his chest. Mr. Zircon walks to one of the glass windows before looking at his reflection. I look good as always. Wait, just, because obviously we're playing something that is very literary and thought-provoking, maybe this is the real Vincent, and then his twin brother was the one that interviewed me. Because, like, the guy was weird, but, like, he was, like, nice-ish, right? I think that's what's happening. I would actually bet my entire life on it. So, if by the end of this game I'm not correct, I will lie down on the street outside. I continue to watch my boss unamused. Fearing that he will call me out for gawking again, I quickly turn my head away. Hugh, are you turning your head away because you were overwhelmed by my aura? Whether I look at him or not, he has something to say. What? There's no winning with him. Out of nowhere. Don't touch me. He places a hand on my shoulder. You don't have to be so tense. I was just kidding. I find it fun to tease the new guy. Okay. Shouldn't the CEO be more professional? Make sure to listen to Diane and train properly, alright? Yes, sir. It seems like my captivating presence is a distraction, so I'm gonna head back to my office. See you all later. Bye, Mr. Zircon. I breathe a sigh of relief once my employer goes into his private office. He's quite the character. Mr. Zircon is quite eccentric, isn't he? Diane, did you not hear him call me ugly? Like, why are you acting like that's just like a normal, like that's just Monday? Does he do that to everybody in the office? Everyone just has like Stockholm syndrome? Like, genuinely, hello? Haha, he's such a goof sometimes. But I think our boss is actually amazing. Okay, then why don't you marry him, Diane? I gawk at the general manager in disbelief. Are you serious? Amazing how? I've worked in several large companies, but I've never met a CEO who casually talks to their employee regardless of their ranks and jokes with them. I've never met a CEO who casually insults their employees regardless of their rank and calls them ugly. Those types of CEOs are rare to come across, and it's amazing how passionate and hardworking he is. He's usually seen working late because that's just how dedicated he is. I guess when you put it that way, maybe he isn't so bad. This is too early to judge my boss's character. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's get to training right away. Throughout the day, Diane helps me familiarize myself with how the company works. When my workday ends, I pack up my belongings and head out of the office building. Oh my god, I skipped it. Fuck. I was trying to. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I just accidentally skipped the dialogue. When my workday ends, I pack up my belongings, head out of the office building, and stretch my arms. Okay, as I take in a breath of air. The first day of work went alright. Doesn't matter that I have a weird boss, my life is going smoothly. Oddly, thoughts about my employer begin to fill my mind. Is it odd? We've been here before, Hugh. His mischievous grin is etched inside my brain. Vincent Zircon is really pretty when he wears something that shows more of his skin. He calls me ugly. Realizing my inappropriate thoughts about my boss, I try to shake them away. What am I thinking? What's going on with my brain? Who even thinks about how pretty their boss is? Oh! That was legit a jump scare. I do not play horror games, by the way, guys. Should I quit? This is scarier than any horror game that I've ever watched someone play. Well, lost my thoughts, I bumped right into a stranger walking by. Who like bumps into people like that? That's crazy. Panic fills me at once as I blame myself for being inattentive. I'm so sorry for not looking where I was going. It's alright. Luckily, it seems like both of us aren't hurt. Wait. Just looking at this image, I feel that little earring... Wait, no, because Vincent in the morning also had it on the same ear. I was gonna say, like, maybe, like, depending on the twin, like, the earring will be different. One will be, like, on the right ear and the other will be on the left. But I think that it's actually the same ear, so never mind. When I raise my head to see who the stranger is, I start to dread my existence. Oh god, I bumped into my boss. Okay, but he's like in a different fit, so like don't you think that your first thought would be like, why is he in a beige ass suit right now when his titties were in my face this morning? Wait, okay, now if I'm being honest, I think I'm genuinely overthinking this because I was like, wait, okay, like I'm like trying to solve lore that I feel like is probably not even there by being like, wait, in the interview, he wore that fuck-ass red tie and belt, right? And then in the morning, he also wore that red tie and a belt, but I guess it was more of like a sash around his neck, but like still, like the visual, like, the fashion, the style is like the same, right? And then my thought was like, okay, maybe the first person that he met was his twin brother pretending to be him, and so he was like kind of like nicer but like not a douche. And then maybe it's like no one knows that two of them exist, and so they kind of just swap off, you know, who's CEO for the day or whatever. But then him in a beige ass suit then makes me feel like if he's in a different outfit and like has a different vibe going on, then people must know that there's two of them. So then my theory about the guy who interviewed me being the brother is looking a little flimsy. So I'm just going to, we'll just keep playing and then we will see. You gotta stay focused. He's not gonna be mad at me, is he? I'm so sorry for bumping into you. I already told you it's alright. He flashes me a reassuring smile, causing me to raise a brow. What's with that gentle smile? Before I've only seen him smirk. Now I think about it, he seems a bit different from usual? Or is this just my imagination? I rub my eyes to make sure I'm not seeing things. Relax, I'm not mad at you. Accidents happen all the time. The gentle tone takes him for a surprise. What's with the sudden change in personality? He wasn't like this when he was talking to me earlier. Also, his clothes changed. Wow. Observant. Although I'm fine, please watch where you're going next time. Pay attention to your surroundings to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Oh, okay, I will. The man passes me another smile before walking away from me. Baffled by the interaction, I stand frozen in place. I wasn't aware that Mr. Zircon had a tender side to him. Guess there are a lot of things I don't know about my boss. But... okay, my first choice, you guys. My first choice. Do you prefer Mr. Zircon's gentle smile? You prefer Mr. Zircon's playful smirk? You think Mr. Zircon is a weird man? Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm laying out all my thoughts right now. If you were to ask me who I want to romance in this moment, I would say that I would romance Diane. Just kidding. I would romance the mean boss, because I don't like douchebags. I don't like arrogant, you know, characters. But I also think I hate boring characters more, and right now, the twin is giving boring to me. But you know, I feel like I haven't really seen enough yet, so I think I'm just going to pick the third option, which is he's a weird man, because that's just factually true. Mr. Zircon sure is an odd man with different sides to him. I didn't expect him to have this drastic of a personality change within a few hours. I wonder who Vincent Zircon really is. Thoughts about my boss occupy my mind as I head home. Right, chapter 2. How many chapters are there? I head to the office early. Oh, who's this? I love a femboy. I love a twink, honestly. Can I date him? Before I get to my cubicle, a youngster rushes up to me. Oh wait, he's a child. We're just gonna scratch that from the record. I didn't say anything. Hi, you're Mr. Coch, right? I'm Jamie Barrel, the new intern. I joined this company not long after you, so I hope we can get along. Okay, so he's like uni. I mean, it's still inappropriate, but like, you know, I'm not going to jail. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jamie. You look quite young. That's because I'm only 20. Really? You would have passed for a 16-year-old. I get that a lot. The bubbly intern grins at me. Since I'm set on working at this company for a while, I might as well try to get along with my coworkers. How's the work going for you, Jamie? Today's my second day of work, so I can't really say. But so far, everything's been alright. General Manager Mrs. Diane Anastas is nice, isn't she? She is. You seem nice too. Everyone I've met so far seems really cool. Why does he talk like this? Oh, not everyone wanting a piece of that shiny breast. The same goes for our CEO. I notice the intern's cheek starts to turn red. Hey, what do you think about Mr. Zircon? Says he seems nice, says he's okay, say he seems weird. Well, okay, it's my first, like, few days, right? So I don't want to lie, so I don't think he seems nice. I think he seems absolutely, like, unhinged. But I feel like bad-mouthing the CEO, and, like, I don't want to, like, cause issues, so I'm just gonna be neutral, say he's okay. He's alright. At first I thought he was weird, but he seems like a decent— okay, well, he said it anyway, so guess I'll be out of a job in like a week. I can't figure him out because his personality changes. Huh? It does? Interesting, I wasn't aware of that. As for me, I really admire the boss. To be successful CEO at a young age is such an amazing achievement. Not only that, he's super handsome. He's a perfect catch. You sound like you have a crush on him. Huh? The way the intern's face turns red confirms everything. I mean, it's hard not to have a crush on the boss when he's so handsome. I also think he's good looking, but I don't want to admit it out loud. Well, I'd love to have a longer chat with you, but I have to start my training soon. It's the same for you, isn't it? I'd hate to take more of your time when you're starting work soon. I'm gonna go now. Bye, Mr. Coch. It was nice talking to you. See you later. I offer a nod and the intern walks out of my sight. Ah, youth. I used to be just as energetic as Jamie when I was at that age. The intern's grin must have been infectious since I find myself smiling. Jamie seems like a good kid. Why would you say that out loud? Like, bro's just been, like, internal monologuing for the entire time, and he just, like, is standing there after this guy's left, and is like, Jamie seems like a good kid. Oh! I see. There's so many jump scares in this game, you guys. You think so? What is this outfit? This is crazy. I don't know why I reacted like that, actually. This is kind of normal. You scared me, sir. I wasn't trying to scare you. You just didn't notice me because you were busy staring at the new intern. That is not what I was doing. A cheeky smirk slowly spreads across his face. No! You guys! I didn't mean what I said! It looks like you fancy that kid. Huh? But I don't. Really now? I've been observing you since earlier. When you're talking to the intern, you had a big smile on your face. You don't smile like that when you're talking to me. Take now as an example. Why would I want to smile at someone who said I have a forgettable face? Realizing that I talked back to my boss, I start to panic internally. Why did I blurt out my thoughts? He's not going to fire me for being disrespectful, is he? It takes me by surprise when I hear a chuckle from my boss. No employee has ever given me a snarky tone before. I like your guts. Now let me rearrange them. Huh? On second thought, you weren't so forgettable after all. Mr. Zircon grabs my shoulder before leaning in to whisper into my ear. By the way, I want to give you a little warning. I don't care if you fancy that intern, but I'm not fond of relationships in the office since it's troublesome. I find it annoying when my employees let their love life affect their work. Okay. Damn. It's trying to let your personal feelings affect your job. Okay, yes sir. I wasn't thinking about dating anyone here anyway. After passing me that warning, my employer leaves me be. Phew, guess I managed to keep my job today. Next time I should be more careful about blurting out my thoughts. My hand reaches up to touch my ear. Did Mr. Zircon really have to whisper to my ear like that? Oh, he was whispering? I think I blacked out. Didn't even register. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch the intern nervously approaching our boss. Mr. Zircon, I have a question for you. What is it? As you know, I joined this company because I admire you. You're such an inspiration. I am, aren't I? Dude has no humility him at all. I was wondering how I could be as successful as you at a young age. I also want to start my own fashion line one day, and I was hoping to get some advice from you. So you're working here in order to get trade secrets and find ways to compete with my company. Wait, that's not it! No need to freak out. I was just joking. You need experience in this industry before starting your brand, so I understand what you're doing. Now let me give you the advice you seek. Wow, really? Listen up, kid. If you want to be successful at a young age, you just have to be born rich. Then you can do anything you want. You know what? That is real. Honestly, yeah. You know, he's kind of based. Maybe I want that shiny tit after all, but I'm not from a rich family. Then too bad for you. Amused, Mr. Zirkle lets out a loud laugh. Wait, he's funny. He's got jokes. What kind of unhinged advice is that? Is the boss trying to make himself unlikable? The boss gradually stops laughing. The media likes to romanticize young and successful people, doesn't it? They say you'll be successful as long as you work hard, but that couldn't be further away from the truth. Of course, hard work is a huge factor, but that's not all there is to it. Luck, privilege, and circumstances play a big part too. I'm not going to make you see the world through rose-tinted glasses. For some people, success can be achieved easily no matter how hard they try. Life is like a lottery ticket. Bro is going on and on. Life is like a lottery ticket. You'll never know what you're getting because it's all down to luck for the common folk to achieve success. It's unfair that people have to struggle more, but that's unfortunately how it of the point I'm trying to make is sure, you should work hard, but don't assume that level will make you successful. Compare yourself to people who, oh my god! Don't compare yourself to people who are doing better than you just because there's a young million on the paper doesn't live life to the fullest by doing things you're passionate about instead of focusing and stressing about whether you be rich and successful or not. Happiness and passion are of the utmost importance to your mental well-being. Success and wealth are secondary. After all, two won't guarantee you happiness. Make sure you enjoy life no matter what hand you're given, and you'll always be winning. That was like a TED Talk, my guy. That was crazy. Not you monologuing to this intern about the lies of capitalism. I see. Thank you for your advice, sir. Good luck in your endeavors, Jamie. Since you wish me luck, I'm sure I'll do it just fine. I'm willing to work hard, even if I don't achieve success. I'll be happy and content as long as I'm following my dreams. I like your enthusiasm. I guess that advice isn't bad. So you've just been hovering there, listening to him like talk for about 20 minutes, monologuing for 20 minutes. Do you not all have jobs to do? The boss is more grounded in reality than I thought. As long as you're passionate, I believe you'll be just fine. I got to where I am solely because of my passion and effort. But sir, aren't you where you are now because you're born rich? Wait, that is funny. Wait. It just keeps coming. Keeps coming. I want him to make me keep coming. What made you claim such a thing? Oh, what made you claim such a thing? Well, I read a lot of news articles about you, and they all claim that your business was bound to be successful because of your family background. Is that what people think of me? Quite humorous if I say so myself. Mrs. Zircon lets out a chuckle. Enough chit-chat. Get back to work now. Yes, sir! When the boss leaves to go to his private office, Jamie lets out a squeal. The boss encouraged me. Now I feel like I can do anything. No longer distracted, I head to my cubicle to resume another day of work. Dude, he just like stood there for like an hour talking on like his second day of work. During my lunch break, I head out of the office building. Weirdly enough, my mind keeps replaying the way Mr. Zircon leaned in to whisper into my ear. Why am I thinking about my boss even during lunch hours? I try to shake my thoughts away, but it's to no avail. Recalling the boss's playful behavior during office hours, I can't help but wonder, why was he so different than when I bumped into him after work last time? The way he was timid and gentle, was it all just a fluke? Was I actually imagining it? Excuse me. What is up with the like off-the-shoulder thing? I love that they're just like, this is fashion. And maybe that's their like signature style or something, because you know what? I don't know. I guess it kind of works. Maybe I should start doing that too. My train of thought breaks when I realize someone's trying to talk to me. We meet again. I can't help but notice that you're looking down at the ground. You should really look where you're going. Like I said before, you're gonna hurt yourself if you don't pay attention to your surroundings. I stand frozen in shock to see my boss in front of me. Yet again, I encounter Mr. Zircon. But this time, I met with his gentle personality instead of his cheeky one. Sorry, I'll definitely make sure to look where I'm going next time. You know what? Hugh, very accepting of his boss's, like, split personality disorder. Because instead of, like, thinking, hey, maybe they just look alike, maybe, like, probability-wise, there's a chance that he has a twin, and not that he literally has two personalities and he, like, switches outfits when he, you know, swaps. Like, maybe that's more likely. I'm just saying, I don't know, I don't know. So I'll definitely make sure to look where I'm going next time. I hope so. We keep bumping into each other, don't we? Well, it's not that surprising because we both work here. Hmm? How did you know I work here? Did I mention it to you before? Okay. I think this game is trying to gaslight me. Because what do you mean? First of all, your brother, who looks exactly like you, owns the company. Like, he is the CEO. So, obviously, like, even if, you know, it's not widely publicized that, like, there's a set of twins working at the company, I feel like in his perspective, in the twin brother's perspective, I think it's pretty reasonable to assume that, like, people who work at the office will know that he works there. Do you know what I mean? Not to, like, poke holes or anything. Why is he even asking me this? Of course I know where you work. You're my boss. May I ask which company you worked for? I doubt it's mine because I don't recall you being my employee. I work at Exandrite. Is this supposed to be some quiz to check if I remember the company name? Or did he forget about my existence already? We just had a conversation this morning. Or maybe it's some elaborate prank since he's known to mess with his employees. I can't figure it out. What's your name? It's Hugh Coch. I know you said I have a forgettable face, but you should at least try to remember the person you had a conversation with. But I've never said that to you before. In fact, I think your face is quite memorable. That was the reason why I approached you today. It was because I remembered you from our last encounter. Wait, thank you so much. Wait, he thinks we're memorable? Oh my god. Wait, huh? If he remembers me, maybe he's just messing with me then. Confused, I scratched my head. Are you free right now? Wait, oh my god. Yes, I'm currently on a lunch break. I'm on break as well. Can I buy you a drink? A drink? At lunch? I'm a huge believer in fate, so I feel like meeting you again today is more than just a coincidence. My guy, didn't we just establish that we both worked at this company? Like, what do you mean it's fate? It's the courtyard that I work at. That I think presumably that you work at. Okay, moving on. I hope you accept my offer. Sure, I can join you. Great. Great, I know a good cafe around here. Okay, so like not alcoholic drink. Wanting to be on the boss's good side, I accept the offer. But something about the situation seems really strange. Mrs. Zircon brings me to a nearby cafe. So what will you be ordering? Just black coffee. I'll get the same. Looks like we have similar tastes. After Mr. Zircon orders the drinks, we find an empty table to take our seats. Since you're here during lunch break, you should order lunch as well. This cafe also sells meals, and they taste great. Then I'll get a meal if you don't mind. What about you? I already had lunch. Right now I'm taking a coffee break. Okay, honestly speaking, guys, I hate it when people do this. Like, if we agree to go somewhere, or like you invite me somewhere and like there's food and you don't tell me that, like, hey, like let's just like eat before, like I've already eaten, so maybe eat before we meet, and they pull this shit, I disrespectful. Like I don't want to eat a lunch, to eat a meal when you're not eating a meal, actually. It's just rude, and I take that personally. Mr. Zircon looks directly at my face the whole time we're talking, but it's hard for me to maintain eye contact with my boss for a long period of time without feeling awkward. Do you usually invite your employees out for a drink? You're not my employee, though. Is he still seriously trying to mess with my head? I don't usually invite people out for a drink unless it's for business reasons. I guess I just invited you out on a whim because fate allowed us to run into each other for the second time. This man, I know he's like meant to be like the nice twin brother or whatever, but I feel like this is giving gaslight. Again, we work at the same place. Why are we pretending that like it wouldn't be reasonable to run into each other again? Like, so my theory is that actually the douchey boss is like the good guy, and his brother, though he's gentle in demeanor, is actually a huge love bombing manipulator. So I guess we'll play on and see if I'm right. And if I have to be a little more honest, I find you interesting because you act strange. In a good way, of course. You're the one who's acting strange here. The things you say to me are fascinating. To claim that I said things to you that I've never done. It makes me wonder if we knew each other in our past lives. See, this is what I mean. He knows he has a twin. Like, he definitely knows. He's just gaslighting us. Oh my god, I'm gonna crash out. It makes me feel like we're connected in a way. What past life? Maybe he's not messing with my head. Maybe he's just whack. Mr. Zircon smiles sweetly at me, making me feel more and more skeptical of him. I'm not going to be ridiculed any longer. I'm going to confront him, even if he is my boss. Why are you acting different, Mr. Zircon? But I'm not. This is how I usually am. Not at all. You weren't like this when you talked to me at work this morning. Are you messing with me or something? I'm telling you. He's a liar, a big fat liar. I don't understand what you're talking about. I've never met you during work before, nor do I remember talking to you this morning. When I see the dejected look of Mr. Zircon's face, no longer do I feel irritated. His expressions, his words, they all seem genuine. The silence breaks when Mr. Zircon lets out a gasp. Ah, I think I know what's exactly going on in here. You're misunderstanding things. Well, it's also my fault for forgetting to introduce myself earlier on. My name is Vernon Zircon. Wait, so you're Vincent's older twin brother. I'm guessing that you mixed the two of us up. I understand the confusion because we're... So you're saying, as a lifelong twin, in like what, the 20 odd years that you've been alive, this like doesn't happen. It doesn't occur to you like literally immediately, in front of your brother's company. Why am I getting rage baited right now? I understand the confusion because we're identical twins. Ah, now the personality change and everything else makes so much more sense. I should have realized this sooner, but it seems that the thought of a fateful meeting was too intriguing for me to think rationally. Oh, okay, so actually what's happening is that he has, like, also one brain cell. So maybe, you know, maybe Hugh, Coch, and Vernon, maybe match made in heaven. The situation is a bit silly, isn't it? I gave him a nod, feeling the embarrassment that I made a blunder. I must look like a total goof right now. Why didn't anyone tell me that my boss has an identical twin brother? The man stares at me as if he's trying to pry into my thoughts. You seem nervous. Could it be that you feel comfortable talking to me because I look like your boss? Bro has actually got half brain cell. Like... Okay, say it's a bit weird, say it's fine, says he's different from his brother. Well, I guess... Okay, I'm really gonna be in Hugh's shoes right now. I feel like... Obviously, I'm, like, obsessed with, like, the visuals of, like, the twin brothers. So I felt very uncomfortable because he looked like my boss. Sure, because I thought he was my boss. And I was like, is this, like, a weird split personality disorder thing? But then he said that he's a twin. Okay, am I uncomfortable now? No, I actually think... I'm gonna say I feel like I would be like, I mean, you're just really different. So I feel like it's just kind of like encapsulating the fact that like maybe it's just giving a little bit of whiplash to me. You know, you're the complete opposite of your brother. Haha, we get that a lot. Only your faces are similar. But I guess it's easier to remember which twin is which since their personalities are so different, and they literally wear like the most different outfits in the entire fucking world. But again, like I'm saying, one brain cell, right? Is my brother giving you a hard time at work? No. Even if he was, I'm not gonna complain about my boss in front of his brother. Vincent's quite straightforward, isn't he? Even though he seems mischievous and eccentric, he's very serious when it comes to his job. When it comes to being passionate about work, I can't compare to him. I don't even have an ounce of his passion. Speaking of work, I'm assuming you don't work at Exandrite? No, that's Vincent's business. A ruby mining company? That's unethical, right? I can't imagine any like jewel mining business is ethical, but I could be wrong. I might look this up. Let me actually look this up. Right. Okay then. I run a ruby mining company that I inherited from my father after he retired. I'm the oldest son, so I had to take over the family business to make my father happy. I'm not passionate about handling a mining company, but a duty is a duty. It's responsibility that I had to accept. Sometimes I envy Vincent's passion. He's having the best time of his life living his dreams. Meanwhile, he purses his lips as he shakes his head. Sorry for rambling about my life like that when we've just met. No, it's fine. You can go on ahead. I'm told that I'm a good listener. In that case, I'm relieved. If I may ask, why don't you follow your passion like your brother? I don't think my father would be so pleased if I told him what I really desire. Besides, it's my fate to inherit the family business. Okay, enough about the fate thing, Vernon. Is that a theme, by the way? Is this thematically is there a larger theme around like fate versus choice or something? If so, that's very intriguing to me. I feel like I have no right to complain about my position since I have wealth and success handed to me. I disagree. My boss once said, not saying my boss when he means his brother. My boss once said wealth and success don't define one's happiness, and I agree with that statement. I mean, you clearly don't seem content or happy with your current position. I think it's unfair that you have to be stuck with your father's business while your brother gets to do whatever he wants. Also, I think everyone has a right to complain, no matter how privileged they are. Unlike you, I don't believe in fate. I don't think it's fate that you have to inherit your father's business. You can carve your own fate and follow your passions too. That's what you think, huh? Unfortunately, I'm not so bold to create my own fate and go against my father's will, so I'll keep continuing my life as it is. Well, that's what you want. Sorry for my unsolicited opinions. No, it's fine. I enjoy hearing what you think. I quite like your insightful opinions. By the way, isn't your lunch break short? You should really order your meal now or else you won't finish it in time. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me. How about I buy you that meal as thanks for entertaining me? Oh, I don't want to be bothered. I insist. It's not like I'm short on cash. Okay. Like, we get it, you're rich. Well, in that case, I'll gratefully accept your offer, Mr. Zircon. Oh, don't call me that. I'm not your boss. I'd prefer if you just call me by my first name. Please consider me your friend, Hugh Coch. Alright, then. I enjoy a nice meal at the cafe with Vernon. My lunch break is almost over, so I should be heading back to the office. No, it's too bad your break only lasts an hour, huh? I'd love to continue talking to you. My company is nearby and I visit that cafe a lot, so I have a feeling that we'll be bumping into each other often. I like how it's not like, oh, obviously because my brother works here, his company is here. It's just like, oh, my company's actually like down there. And like I frequent this cafe. Nothing to do with my brother. Do you think that there's like maybe deeper themes around like sibling rivalry? Whether or not maybe they're not very close. Maybe Vernon has held on to this sort of like resentment of having to take on the family business when he doesn't want to. While his brother gets to, live it up as CEO of a tech startup fashion company that sounds like a medical R&D facility. Anyway, hope you have a lovely day at work. You too. I watch the man's back as he leaves the area. Just like his twin brother, Vernon has a pretty face. But wait, Is it weird to befriend my boss's twin brother? I think it should be fine. I mean, yeah, this is probably pretty weird, but you know what? Anything to get railed. Now with a full stomach, I head back to the office to continue with work. Well, you guys, that was my douchey boss has a gentle twin brother. The first few chapters. I know nothing juicy has really happened, but you know what? A delicious, rich bolognese sauce needs time to simmer. And I want to finish this, so I think I will try to play it again soon. So I'm being serious, I really want to make more videos in my free time. I'm currently in a training arc because I've decided that I wanted to become a comic artist. So the past 10 months I've been really trying to learn how to draw, and I'm serializing my first comic under pen name. It is a BL. So I've just been a little bit sort of consumed with that. I think it'd be really fun to do more like sort of dating sims, visual novels type of content. So yeah, I will hopefully come back with part 2 and part 3, etc. However long it takes to finish this game, I wanna do it. I wanna do it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and hopefully it will not be in a year's time. Goodbye!